Do you know why you're not seeing any progress towards the things that you want to achieve? Like, you might want to do something, but you can't just get up and do it. You feel stuck somehow. Like you keep doing the same routine every day. I'm going to show you why, and I'm going to give you one method that will help you see progress right away. So it all boils down to what? To rerouting how your brain processes things. So every time you do stuff, your brain gets used to these processes and it creates these routes. So as soon as you go off from being the pilot, it kicks in. Those routes kicks in. And so if you are not independent in making decisions actively, as soon as you rely on the passive, it goes straight to the routes that it already knows. That's basically how your brain works at a basic level. And so what is important is that we become more aware and more independent. We become in control. And you'll be surprised how much you're not in control. You might be thinking, oh, I'm in control or I'm independent, but you'll be surprised at how much you are not independent and how much you are dependent on other stuff that are actually controlling you through these processes. And so I've been struggling with this for the past 10 years, and I've lately become more and more aware of who I am and what are the things that I control and what I don't control. And one story I can tell you recently is I've been off of filming YouTube videos for a couple years, and I really wanted to get back. And so I kept delaying until I decided I was going to start one of the weeks before, when I downloaded one of the first videos since 3 years ago, and a work trip came up, so I had to travel. And so the first thing came to mind was, oh, I'll just delay filming videos until I get back, even though I had set my goal to start filming again. And so you see there, like, as soon as something comes up, your brain actually takes that excuse to stop doing something that it's not used to. Because the one thing that the brain, like your inside, always wants to do is to be comfortable and calm. So it wants to keep doing what it's used to doing. It doesn't want to change until you take charge and take control and change. And so I decided not to delay it, and I filmed my videos while I was on my travel, and I have downloaded my videos since. And so I was able to make that decision, and that will get us to the first thing that we want to recognize is, what are those things that we are not in control of that might be stopping us? So you can ask yourself why to everything that you do every day. Like, why do you get up in the morning at a certain time? Just ask these casual questions like, why do you drink coffee, or why do you drink tea, or whatever it is that you do in the morning? Why do you eat breakfast at a certain time? Why do you eat lunch at a certain time? Why do you even eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner? You start asking these questions. Are you just going with the flow? Or are you in control, making logical and decisions that you are aware of? And that tells you who's in control. Another thing that tells you who's in control is if you take that thing out of your life, how much do you fall apart? Do you completely dysfunction, not able to do anything? Like caffeine in the morning, if you take that out, who's in control now? Is it the caffeine or you? So it's very important to ask these questions. Why do you do certain things? Are you the one making the decisions? I can drink tea in the morning today and tomorrow I can't, or I won't. And it will not change anything. So maybe if something is affecting you where if you do it, it will control you, you might want to stop it so that nothing is controlling your decision making. That's at a simple level. But you can think about other stuff that might be causing issues and causing distractions. And so it brings us to what we can do to fix these situations is actually making the active decision making. So as soon as you wake up, or when you're going to bed, you want to wake up like at 5 o'clock. You normally wake up without an alarm at 6 or 7. You can put an alarm for 5 o'clock. You're going to wake up at 5 o'clock. And that's your decision. And so when the alarm clock sounds in the morning, you're going to have to make a very hard decision because your brain is not used to getting up at that time. You might snooze, you might turn off the alarm and keep on sleeping and get up normally. But only when you get up at 5 a.m. with the alarm is when you have initially did some progress towards whatever it is you want to achieve. You didn't achieve getting up at 5 a.m. yet. It's just the first step. Because like I said, it's a process. Your brain has already things wired in a certain way. So you changed it one day. If you go back and don't do an alarm again, you wake up at 6 or 7, that's still the comfort zone. It's gonna ignore that 5 a.m. wake up and keep on going. And so the more you wake up at 5 a.m., the more you are going towards putting progress towards changing that path that your brain has created. And now you're rewriting it to 5 a.m. Slowly over time and with consistency where you, even if you fail one day, it's okay. You're still in the process of rewiring. Once you're fully rewired, then it will be comfort zone. You'll wake up at 5 a.m. without any problems. You won't have the feeling of the need of an excuse. Tired. All these excuses your brain creates. You see? And so that's exactly how you can start having progress towards whatever it is you want to achieve by knowing what it is you want to change, and you will know because you already know what you want to do. You want to be doing certain things like reading, or you want to be creating YouTube videos, or you want to be starting your business by doing such and such. You already know what it is. You just have to make that decision. Okay, today, before I go to bed, I am going to be achieving a certain thing. Before you go to bed, you better do that because you are trying to be more in control of what your brain decides to do passively. You want to be active. And so you can make these decisions and then slowly make it your daily routine. And you'll see how much progress you will be getting in once you start. Like tomorrow or even today. If you go try this, like ask yourself, why am I doing certain things? And can I change it by making a decision? And you can start rewriting your brain right away. So the next time someone asks you who you are, You are that person or that thing that stays behind once all those things that you're dependent on gets removed.